National politics is bracing for a quiet and eventful day today as the stage is all set for the election of the unanimous candidate Agni Sapkota for the post of House Speaker. At the same time, a ruling on the writ filed at the Supreme Court seeking the annulment of the appointment process of Sapkota is today itself. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. The Parliament scheduled to appoint the unanimous candidate Agni Sapkota as the House Speaker today, ruling on the writ filed against Sapkota today itself. Government fails to answer the Supreme Court on Sugoli Treaty due to failure in recovering the agreement's original copy, fails to approach Britain, a key international party of the treaty. The death toll from the outbreak of the novel coronavirus in China rises to 56. Chinese President Xi Jinping warns the country is facing a grave situation. And defending champions Barcelona falter against Valencia as they miss out on the opportunity to take clear lead from the second-placed Real Madrid. Let's begin with the national political updates. The Parliament meeting today is slated to appoint new Speaker at the House of Representatives. Although the ruling Nepal Communist Party has fielded Agni Sapkota for the position, who is the unanimous candidate, a writ has been filed at the Supreme Court against Sapkota's appointment. As the ruling on the writ is scheduled for today itself, the issue has drawn a widespread concern and curiosity. On ground of being the unanimous candidate and nominated by the ruling party that has majority seats in the House of Representatives, only a formal announcement of Sapkota's appointment as House Speaker after undergoing due procedure is awaited. However, a writ was filed at the Supreme Court on Friday demanding action against Sapkota on charges of killing Kavri's Arjun Lama during the insurgency period. The court's ruling on the writ is slated for today itself, while a writ filed earlier by human rights activists against him on murder charges is also currently under consideration at the court. The rights activists have been demanding the court's interference if the ruling Nepal Communist Party does not withdraw its decision to appoint Sapkota as House Speaker, citing that his candidacy is against the Supreme Court's earlier directives along with international laws and humanitarian norms. However, leaders of the ruling party have said that the leadership is not willing to suspend the procedure at his juncture. The ruling party is of the view that the court should not interfere in the case, citing that already two constitutional bodies have been formed to look after the insurgency-related cases and that the procedure to amend the related laws has kicked off. The issue has drawn curiosity from different quarters, including the public, as it concerns existing legal and human rights provisions. The government has started looking for the original document of the Sugoli Treaty after the failure to find the important document in the National Archaeological Department. The think tank Policy Research Institute under the government of Nepal is looking for the original document of the treaty at various libraries of India and United Kingdom. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which was supposed to protect the documents, however, is maintaining silence over the issue. The Sugoli Treaty took place in 1816 between Nepal and the then British East India Company to allocate the east-west border of Nepal. After India released its political map, including the Nepalese territories of Limpiadhura, Kalapani and Lipulekh, the search for the original document of the treaty had begun. Nepal's boundary was set from the territories east to Kali River, but the government does not have the original documents. The Academy has started looking for the original document to present it as evidence to retrieve the encroached land to Nepal. The institute has informed that it is seeking the help of academicians to look for the manuscripts.
हामी हेरिराखेका छौं हैन र केही चाहिँ महत्त्वपूर्ण दस्तावेज हुने ठाउँहरुमा हामी हाम्रो पहुँच हुन सकेका छैन त्यो उनीहरुले त्यो प्रयास पनि हामी गरिराखेका छौं तर अब हेरौं अब यो प्रयास हो हैन कहाँ छ खास गरेर हामीलाई आशा चाहिँ ब्रिटिस लाइब्रेरी बेलायतमा उहाँ ब्रिटिसहरूले चाहिँ मतलब के भने सुरक्षित राखेको छ कि भन्ने आशा गरेका हौँ।
The National Archaeological Department and other concerned departments of the government do not have the original document, preventing the government from submitting a copy of the Sugauli Treaty as per the ruling from the Supreme Court on 30th December. At a time when the institute is looking for the document in libraries of the United Kingdom, the Nepalese embassy in London is not aware of the initiation. The officials at the embassy have said that they have not received any sort of direction from the concerned authority. Even the officials at the academy are facing problems with the non-cooperative stance of the government mechanism.
विदेशी पनि नेपाली पनि जसले हामीलाई हाम्रो कन्फिडेन्टमा छ उहाँहरूसँग चाहिँ मतलब के भने त्यही सम्बन्धी काम गरिराख्नेहरूले चाँडै खोज्न सक्नुहुन्छ भन्ने हिसाबले हाम्रो नेपाली संयन्त्रले गरिदिएको भए राम्रो हुन्थ्यो। यो त्यो भइराखेको छैन। त्यसो भएर हामीले प्राज्ञिक क्षेत्रका मान्छेहरू जसले पुस्तकालयलाई बढी चाहिँ मतलब के भने प्रयोग गरिराख्नेहरू त्यही क्षेत्रका मान्छेहरूलाई हाम्रो चाहिँ मतलब कन्फिडेन्टमा लिएर हामीले त्यो काम गरिराखेका छौँ।
It was the Ministry of Foreign Affairs' responsibility to retain the original copy of the Sugauli Treaty. However, the ministry has not shown any initiatives to implement the order from the Supreme Court, which has assigned to retrieve the encroached Nepalese land. And we'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Welcome back. After a Nepali student who returned from China was found to be infected with novel coronavirus, the people are worried if the virus would take a pandemic form. Doctors have, however, suggested practical precautions without getting panicked. We have a report.
The novel coronavirus that spread from the Chinese city Wuhan has also been found in Nepal. The infection is spreading around the world in a fast pace. A Nepali student returning from China was found infected with novel coronavirus after he showed symptoms like fever, cough, and breathing problems. However, the patient has already returned home after a regular checkup at the hospital. The actual medicine to treat the virus has not been manufactured yet, while the treatment is based on the symptoms showed by the patient. Doctors have said that people with other chronic diseases or a weak immune system are more prone to get infected by the virus and its serious complications. Since the viruses can also transmit through air, it is advised to take strong precautions while being in the same space as an infected person.
खतरा भनेको चाहिँ अलि वृद्धहरूलाई हो देखिया छ त्यस्तै नै र बढी त्यसमा चाहिँ दीर्घ रोगीहरू भन्ने कुराहरु आइपुगेको छ त्यो चाहिँ यो तथ्यमै नि यो मेडिकल हिस्ट्री नै हेर्दाखेरि थाहा हुन्छ त्यसले गर्दाखेरि उनीहरुलाई अलिकति अप्ठ्यारो बनाएको देखिन्छ तर पनि फेरि पनि अब उपचारको कुरामा हामीले जसरी उपचार गर्छौं त्यो उपचारमा खास त्यस्तो केही कठिनाइ हुने हो पनि होइन.
The Health Ministry has claimed that it has already set up precautionary measures at Tribhuvan International Airport. The ministry has insisted that even if someone is infected with the virus, it is well prepared to take care of the patients.
चाइनाबाट आउने बिरामीहरुको सबैको परीक्षण गर्ने कामहरु एयरपोर्टमा सुरु भइरहेछ र जो मान्छे बिरामी हुनु भएको थियो जसको पोजिटिभ आयो उहाँको सम्पर्क हुने मान्छेहरु सबैलाई चाहिँ निगरानी राख्ने कामहरु भइरहेछ र यसको एउटा अस्पतालको अहिले भर्खर हामीले बैठक सिद्धायौं. अस्पतालको तयारी भोलि चाहिँ ठूलो मात्रामा बिरामी भयो भने कहाँ राख्ने के राख्ने हैन र कसले के व्यवस्थापनहरु गर्ने के छ हाम्रो क्षमता त्यो विषयमा.
The doctors say that it is important to take necessary precautions, but there is no reason to panic. Experts suggest that government should also mobilize all necessary mechanisms in order to stop the virus from spreading.
And time now for the international update. The Chinese state media has said that the death toll in the outbreak of a new coronavirus in China has climbed to 56, as the country stepped up efforts to contain the infection and President Xi Jinping warned the country was facing a grave situation. The number of people infected rose to 1,975 as of today. Officials in Hubei reported 13 deaths and 323 new cases of the respiratory illness. The Hubei Health Commission said the virus remains centered on Hubei's provincial capital of Wuhan, home to 11 million people, which accounted for 7 of the new deaths and 46 of the new confirmed cases. Meanwhile, UK-based researchers have warned of a real possibility that China will not be able to contain the virus. Travel restrictions have come in place in several affected cities. From Sunday, private vehicles will be banned from central districts of Wuhan, the source of the outbreak. Meanwhile, the People's Daily said a second emergency hospital is to be built there within weeks to handle 1,300 new patients and will be finished in half a month. Specialist military medical teams have also been flown into Hubei province, where Wuhan is located. The urgency reflects concern both within China and elsewhere about the virus, which first appeared in December. Lunar New Year celebrations for the Year of the Rat, which began on Saturday, have been cancelled in many Chinese cities. And we'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. And in our Public Voice segment, we had asked the residents of Lamjung district what can be done to stop the rampant corruption at local level. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
जनता सचेत हुन सक्यो र जनताले कन्ट्रोल गर्न सक्यो भने जनताले त्यस्ता चाहिँ भ्रष्टाचारले चाहिँ अगाडि बढ्न कारबाही गर्न सक्यो भने भ्रष्टाचारी आफै रुकिन्छ।
स्थानीय जनप्रतिनिधिहरूलाई चाहिँ उसले चाहिँ अन्य पेसाहरू केही गर्नु हुँदैन। उ जनप्रतिनिधिबाट हटेपछिको छुट्टै कुरा हो।
एकदम दुरुस्त हुनका लागि चाहिँ अलिकति यो जनप्रतिनिधिहरूलाई चाहिँ यो सकारात्मक सोच तरिकाको तालिम पनि आवश्यक छ।
मुलुकको मेरुदण्ड जसले समातेको छ कडा निगरानीपूर्वक चाहिँ जनप्रतिनिधिहरूलाई चाहिँ निर्देशन दिनु विकल्प केही छैन।
बजेटको चाहिँ निकास भएपछि सही सदुपयोग गर्ने, त्यहाँ सही त्यसको दुरुपयोग भएको छ कि छैन भन्ने कुरामा सबै सचेत हुन पनि आवश्यक छ।
And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: why hasn't the government regulated the hotels meant for tourists? Your options are option A, deeming unnecessary, option B, impact of businesses, and option C, usual trend. The voting for the question is on. Type NEWS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports update.
Sports news.
Quique Setién suffered his first defeat as Barcelona manager as Valencia claimed their first home win over their Spanish champions since 2007. The host broke the deadlock when Jordi Alba deflected Maxi Gomez's powerful strike past the Barca keeper. Gomez, who had a first-half penalty saved by Ter Stegen, completed the 2-0 scoring in the second half. There was unsavory scenes before the match as rival fans clashed outside the Mestalla Stadium. Setién had enjoyed a good start to his Barca reign, guiding the club to victorious over Granada in La Liga and UD Ibiza in the Copa del Rey round of 32. The defeat means that Barcelona missed out on the opportunity to take a lead at the top of the La Liga, as they are now level on points with Real Madrid with 43 points. Real Madrid, with a match in hand, are in second place on goal difference. And time now for our special segment Around the World.
The Buckingham Palace announced this week Prince Harry and Meghan will no longer use their HRS titles and will not receive public funds for royal duties. The couple will also no longer formally represent the Queen, effective from spring this year. Last year, the couple spoke about the difficulties of royal life and media attention. The Duke has said he feared his wife would fall victim to the same powerful forces that led to his mother's death. A missile attack on a military training camp in Yemen killed at least 80 soldiers. Officials said dozens of others were wounded in the strike in the central province of Marib on Saturday. Military sources said the camp, about 170 kilometers east of the capital Sana'a, targeted a mosque as people gathered for prayer.
And before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. The Parliament scheduled to appoint the unanimous candidate Agni Sapkota as the House Speaker today, ruling on the writ filed against Sapkota today itself. Government fails to answer the Supreme Court on Sugauli Treaty due to failure in recovering the agreement's original copy. Fails to approach Britain, a key international party of the treaty. The death toll from the outbreak of the novel coronavirus in China rises to 56. Chinese President Xi Jinping warns the country is facing a grave situation. And defending champions Barcelona falter against Valencia as they miss out on the opportunity to take clear lead from the second-place Real Madrid. And that's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will be at 11 a.m. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTV HD. Have a great day ahead.